This is the Nectar Premier 13-inch queen mattress, and my first impression was a mix of curiosity and caution. I've slept on enough boxed foam beds to know the drill. Big promises about cooling, universal comfort, and long trials. What stood out here were the key features: a taller 13-inch profile, a cool-to-the-touch cover, and a year-long trial. I was skeptical about heat buildup and long-term support, and I'd heard about shipping delays and warranty hoops. Still, I put it through daily use, nights of back and side sleeping, a few stomach sleep tests, and plenty of partner motion moments to see how it actually lives. Visually, it looks more substantial than budget foam beds. The 13-inch height gives it a loft that makes getting in and out easier, especially if your frame sits a little low. The cover feels cool on contact, almost like technical athletic fabric, smooth, a touch slick, and stretchy enough to move with the foam. Side panels are darker, which hides scuffs. The queen size is a true 60 by 80 by 13 inches, and the whole thing weighs about 78 pounds. So it's not feather light. Under the fabric is a simple stack that makes sense. About 3 inches of gel memory foam treated with phase change material for that initial cool down. 3 inches of a faster bouncing transition foam so you don't feel stuck. And a 7-inch high-density base that holds the shape. In my opinion, this setup is exactly why it feels medium firm without being rigid. From my experience, delivery took longer than the website led me to expect. Tracking sat in label-created purgatory for a bit. When it arrived, moving the box alone was tough. I'd get a helper if you can. Unboxing was easy enough, but the off-gassing was strong. New car smell levels. I aired the room out and waited about 24 hours before sleeping on it. The corners needed time to fully expand, which is normal for this kind of foam. First night on the bed, the cover definitely felt cooler than room temp fabric. The PCM effect is real, especially during that falling asleep window, because it absorbs heat before you overwarm the surface. After 30 to 45 minutes, it settled to temperature neutral, not icy, not stuffy. I didn't wake up sweaty, which for all foam is a win. Pressure relief is where the Premier shines. My shoulder and hip sank just enough into the top 3 inches to relax the joints, and the transition layer stopped me from bottoming out. On my back, my lower spine felt supported with a gentle fill under the lumbar. Stomach sleep was less friendly. My hips dipped more than I like, which arched my lower back. I wouldn't call it a stomach sleeper bed. Motion isolation is excellent. If your partner tosses, gets up, or returns with a glass of water, it's quiet and stable. That same soft landing feel, though, means edge support isn't great. Sitting to tie shoes, I sank down and felt some roll-off. Lying near the edge, I needed to scoot in a few inches to feel secure. Responsiveness is better than old-school memory foam. The top layer recovers in roughly half a second, and the transition foam gives a tiny bounce that makes turning over doable. Once the bed warms up, it feels a little softer, and movement takes a bit more push. But I never felt stuck. Over time, the durability question showed up. After more than a year, I noticed a scoop where I sleep and a firmer ridge in the middle. The comfort softened in my groove, and my back didn't feel as aligned as it did early on. Rotating the mattress helped for a while, but it's one-sided, so you can't flip it. When I asked about warranty, I ran into the indentation measurement requirement. My visible dip measured around an inch. The policy looks for about 1.5 inches, so no coverage. That didn't match how it felt to me. Still uncomfortable, even if it didn't meet the threshold. Key features I actually noticed in use: the cool-to-touch cover that takes the edge off at sleep onset, the 3-inch memory foam that gives deep contouring without turning into molasses, the transition layer that stops that fall-through feeling, and the quiet, partner-friendly motion control. The 13-inch height matters more than I expected for comfort transitions and how the bed looks on a frame. Specs-wise, the queen is 60 by 80 by 13 inches and about 78 pounds. Nectar talks up a 365-night trial and forever warranty. On Amazon, you typically get a 30-day return by default, so check your seller and terms if the year-long trial is important to you. In my opinion, this mattress nails pressure relief for side and back sleepers in the average weight range. The feel lands right at medium firm, about a 6 out of 10 to me. Soft at the surface with a steady catch underneath. Cooling is better than traditional memory foam. It won't feel breezy like a latex or a coil hybrid, but the cool start and quick surface cooldown after you get up are noticeable. Motion isolation is top tier for a foam bed, which makes it easy to sleep next to someone without waking up. It also looks and feels more premium than slimmer 10-inch options, and setup is straightforward once you get it in the room. The trade-offs are important. Edge support is the biggest functional weakness. If you need the full width of a queen, or you sit on the side a lot, you'll notice the collapse. Stomach sleepers will likely want something firmer so the hips stay level. Long-term, my unit softened and formed impressions quicker than I hoped, and that's the piece I wish were stronger. If you buy, use the trial window aggressively, sleep on it nightly, rotate it, and watch for early valleys. It's perfect for side sleepers who love that hug without overheating at bedtime, couples who want quiet nights with minimal motion transfer, and anyone who prefers the feel of memory foam but wants a slightly quicker response. I'd recommend this for back sleepers who want contouring without losing support, renters outfitting a new space who value comfort now with a reasonable 3 to 5 year horizon, and folks who prioritize a cool-to-touch surface at sleep onset. I wouldn't recommend it for heavier bodies over about 230 pounds, strict stomach sleepers, anyone who needs sturdy edges for sitting or mobility, or someone expecting a decade-long lifespan from an all-foam build. From my experience, the Nectar Premier 13-inch Queen delivers exactly what people like about modern memory foam: deep contouring, strong motion isolation, and a cooler first touch. It's easy to live with, looks polished, and feels genuinely comfortable for side and back sleeping. The weak edge and the potential for early body impressions are the asterisks. If you're considering it, test it hard during your return or trial period. If the surface still feels even and supportive by month 8 to 10, you'll probably be happy. If you see a valley forming, use the return policy instead of hoping it fixes itself. In conclusion, this is a very comfortable, medium-firm memory foam mattress with a smart cooling cover and standout motion control, best suited to side and back sleepers of average weight who value pressure relief and a quieter bed. Measure your expectations on longevity and edges, and you'll know if it fits your needs. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.